Hi there, my name's Kevin. So I'm just going to walk you through my entry for the Bolt Hackathon. So my entry is kind of like a game mixed with a little web app. The whole idea is to try and kind of encourage people to be more active and outdoors. So I took inspiration from Tamagotchi, the old kind of school game. We had a little character that you need to keep alive. So this is a kind of a similar style one, except the whole idea is that it actually Tamagotchi-style, but it links with your Strava. So using a kind of the Strava API, and then whatever you do in the real world, certain activities, you'll then earn coins. Then you can use those coins to basically keep your little character alive. And then along with that, we also build in the kind of the ability to kind of add your friends. So you have kind of like a shared leaderboard to see how you're progressing in terms of, potentially distance or, how old they get. That's kind of, I guess, the key metric. So I'll just kind of dive in here. Let me go this way. So this is a little character that I have, Jerome. And you can see at the bottom here all the metrics. So currently at hunger, rest, happiness, and cleanliness. When all of those reach 0, Jerome will die, essentially. And you can see up here is my coins. So initially you get given a certain amount of coins, and then the only way to earn coins then is to sync your Strava workouts. So I'll just kind of walk you through things here. So I got my coins, and then I can go into essentially the shop and I can buy different things. So buy energy juice, which will give me 10 hunger, 10 happiness. I can buy that as well as other things. So you could also buy like a new bed, for example, a new futon, soap to keep yourself clean, and then you go and so whatever you buy at the shop, you can then use in the house. So you go to the kitchen, and then I can then I can now consume the energy juice. And you can see my score goes up there. So that kind of keeps me going over, because this will essentially work in the real world. So when I go to sleep, this will still keep ticking down. So the point is you need to make sure that you're keeping them alive at all times. And then you can also go to sleep and do different things like that. Just to show you how it works with the Strava connection. So down bottom, so the map's broken out into all these different sections. So you can see here I've already synced one workout, an afternoon run, weight training. I probably won't get much there for. There we go, afternoon run. I can get 12 points, so I claim that, and you can see my coins have gone up there. So now with those coins, it's a bit slow. You obviously can use the things to buy food and buy rest and those sort of things, but you can also buy more like cosmetic things to show off to your friends. So if you go to the mall, you can buy different things like VR headset. I don't know if I've got enough glasses for that. Coins, I actually do. So let me just buy new footwear, actually. Leather boots. I think I actually might already have leather boots, but so they're still a bit rough around the edges of the game. But if I go to the closet, I can now kind of put those outfits on. So yeah, we go. Leather boots. Leather boots has been updated. I think I already was wearing it, so that's why you can see it there. And then if you go to the top right, you can then see a leaderboard. The leaderboard, so you can see here my friends, Kirsty and Cam. You can see by age who's kind of the oldest. And this is in terms of like the actual workout, who's been doing the most running this week, and then who has the most coins. And then total is total workout. You can also add friends over there by adding their gamer tag. So it's kind of a fun, light-hearted way to kind of encourage people to kind of get out there and get active. And you can see there's these kind of little billboards. So the idea here is that we'll be able to kind of monetize this. So you'll be able to like sponsor a billboard. So then everyone who's in the world would be able to kind of see that. So, if Adidas, for example, wanted to sponsor that, whoever's playing around, you would kind of see an Adidas advert. So therefore, it's a way to kind of generate income. And you can, add a little note over there. And you can also enter weekly challenges. So I've already got one going here. So the distance champion needs to perform 25 kilometers this week. And that's it. So yeah, it's actually built for mobile. I'm just showing it in this demo as desktop because it's easy to record, but that's pretty much the basis of it. Very simple, very fun, but the whole idea is that it gives you a little social element to kind of keep your little character alive, as well as kind of getting out there and getting active and having that Strava element. I think in terms of, there's so much more that I could have built. I just actually ran out of coins and credits from Bolt, but I think I definitely actually want to launch this because I feel like there's definitely something in this, and it's obviously quite a basic UI for now, but we can definitely kind of extend that, because this is just kind of wanted to get the bare bones going. But yeah, thanks for taking the time to consider my application.